friends and hello student. My name is Ashok Sikala. In this session, we learn the how to pass one activity data to other activity in Android, and that is the explicit intent. So let us start. First, I share my laptop screen and fix the position here so you can watch whatever my video lecture. And here that Eclipse editing I already open, and then first step in window we can start our Android Virtual Device Manager and select our AVD and start and launch. So device is ready. So yes, that take some few second. So yes, I take as a minimize, and now after that complete this progress bar. Yes, now that completes. So I close this window. And first step you have to know file menu. We can take new Android application project. So here that is a we pass the data, so we can say that we data pass just one activity to another activity, so that is a intent is a message passing object in Android. So one activity to communicate to other activity, and we can submit the first activity data to other activity, like we can say that student roll number or name or any. You have to just we have to first testing, or we can check the two field in this session, and after that we can take more field. We have to pass one activity to other activity. So yes, that is a data pass. So next, that is our application name, and that Android, that our work page folder, that proper selected. Next, yes, that is our icon, and that background color you can also change, but here I not need. Yes, and blank activity. Yes, that next main activity, that our Java and activity underscore main, that XML base our layout file in Android, and then finish. So that takes some process, and that after creating our apps. So yes, that create. So here that is our main activity, and first I remove this hello world, and we can take to edit. Yes, that is a text. So a text field, that is a first we can pass the roll number, so that is a number. So here there is a different type of edit text. So like here that is a plan, first name, last name. Yes, password, that number, and that numeric password, and email ID, so all that address. So you can look here date, time. So here we can require as a number. So that is a first our edit text, and then second that we can take as a plain text, means that is a name of student, and then we can submit our data. So we can require one button. So that is a perfectly. So yes, that is yes, now perfect. And now yes, first we can change some that property. So first that is a edit text, and that first is our number. Yes, how that we have to, yes, here input type is number. So we can give the that ID. So here that is a etext, and that is a our rn or roll number. Yes, that complete. And look here, that is a second editor text. So that we can give the e, yes, that edit txt, and then nm. But here you can look, that is a linking our first edit text one, that is below. Yes, here you can look, that is a align the left. So here if you know, here that already we have to change. So that id we can change, otherwise that library display our all that is id of that library. So that library we can take as a old id in our that previous edit text view one. So that we can etxt rm, that is our name. And yes, here we can use as a hint property. Yes, very important property, hint. So what is a use of hint? So that is a just placeholder. So like we can how the user filling in this edit text, that we have to guide. So like tooltip, that same work in the Android as a hint property. So that is a just placeholder. When we can type, that is a disappear. So that display in gray color. So let us check. Yes, here also I provide as a hint property. So very important and useful. So like in when we can fill any application, so that suggests you can fill this field of this value, so that we can require. So like here we can give student name, and here I give only roll number, but here you can also provide your student roll number, but that is very big. So yes, that I, and we can just here that with is a wrap content by default, so we can say that match parent. So here in Android, you can also label, but that is a text view, but hint is better than a text view. That is a linking and creating typecasting problem. So almost that Android application that you have to, as a label, you have more use as a hint property. So you, that is a better, yes. And now here that is a match parent. So, and then button, yes, we have to change that button ID. So btn, that is submit, or okay, you can say that. And yes, here we can also submit, or that is a next activity. When we can press the submit button, that print in the, not this means main activity, we can print in the second activity. So let us check. So first, yes, here you can look. So yes, that is very concatenation. So here first is roll number, yes, and second is a name. So let us some gap between. So yes, that is a interchange. So first we can define as a roll number, and second, yes, I select second, but come in the, so first we take as a not link to button, otherwise taking error. Yes. So yes, that we can link is separate. So here edit text, yes, that is a we can say that a line below. I remove this. So that is a creating. I remove this, and if any match of this. So yes, here there is no linking. So yes, that is. Let us check. So what is a change? Yes, now that automatically perfectly. So yes, that is a first is our roll number, and then second is our name of student. So now that you can look here that roll number, student name, and submit. So yes, that first our activity, that design is ready. Now we can take as a second activity. So how to take the second activity? I already take one video lecture to how to take one other activity in same application. So that is a explicit intent. We can pass control one activity to other, and then back button also I use in my previous video lecture. So you can watch that video so you can understand better. So that part also I cover in this video lecture, but you can understand separate. That is a recommendation to you. So yes, now what to do? So yes, here source src source package, and then com.example data pass, that our app's name, and package, that package name I right click. So and here that is new option, and then you can go in other, and then here you can look first that expand, but the first time you can take there is not expand, all folder is appear, and you can expand the android folder, and then android that activity, and then press next. Then blank activity, yes, that perfectly selected. Then main, yes, main activity is already there, so that taking error, so that already exists. So what, so we can say that second, or we can say that sub, yes, here I use as a sub. So you can look is coordination sub activity, and activity underscore sub, that is a layout file. And here you can look main activity and activity underscore main, that is xml. So that is a here starting word, and here is a ending word, that is a coordination. So that is a java file, and that is a xml file. So yes, perfectly. And now that is a android main fist file. So that is, you can look here, that is a coordination and finish. So yes, that after finish, so that creating the, yes, you can look here sub activity. And here we cannot use any that hello world, I also removing the first. We cannot here, just I use as a toss class, or you can also print in the text view. First we can remove, and then after we can take one button. So go back to our main activity. So first we can data pass, and then we can take this coding button. So yes, here just we can take how to second activity. And let us check our android main fist file, what is a change. So that is our main folder, I mean main our file, yes, not folder. so XML based file, and that is, you can look here, that is a activity, and you can look here, that is a second, first that is our main activity, that is a reference, and now that is a second activity sub, or that is, you can look, so that reference is a main activity, and here dot sub activity, and title, that you can look here, that is a string same activity dot sub, that title is taking, so that perfectly. And here that is a title apps name, yes, string resource label, and here is also string resource, so it is a both activity. So here that part is extend, so that is a reference in android main fish file. So then and then our activity is running. So now we can open our main activity java file and take some coding and pass to our data. So first we can take one button reference. So previous video lecture I take two different technique. So without reference we can how to also take as a button event. So let us check. First I use as a simple and back button. I can use that second technique, short technique. So find you by ID, that r dot id dot, that is our bt and submit. Yes, and then typecasting needed, because find view by id return is a view class parent class, so that is a typecasting. And then main activity as I take as a full screen. And now v1 dot set on click listener and anonymous inner type, so nameless object, and you can look anonymous inner type. So all that method is under the parenthesis. Yes, and then what to do, so on click, yes, here I take that mouse over, so that taking suggestion of, that is import the package of view, and then yes, that perfectly, and I remove this comment, and we can that taking intent object of intent I, and that is a again that intent, yes, and then we can, yes, error. So what is, we can import that package, so that content package is there, and there are two parameterized, so main activity this and this pointer, and then sub activity. So you can look sub activity, and that is a class file name. And then yes, the start activity, so start activity, and we can pass the intent to I. So that only two line, but here that first we can pass the control. Yes, let us save and compile, I means run. So we can, yes, here there are two java and two xml file. So I right click and run as android application. So look here, that our I open the lock, yes, and here you can look, yes, that perfectly. So that takes some time. So very simple, yes, here our application is running, our device is ready, and I think now that appear, that taking some process, yes, now that appear. So you can look, yes, now some, that some button we can take some below. So I submit, so we cannot pass the data. Yes, that is sub activity. You can look the title sub activity. So yes, perfectly. That two line. Now we can pass submit that roll number and name. Yes, I press as a back button, and again I yes, back button. So that application is that running close. Now what to do? So we can take the data of main activity to second activity. So yes, first we can take two edit text reference. So edit text, that is I take ERNO. You can also, that is edit text roll number, and then ENM name, and then same process ERNO, then find you by ID, that we can take reference r.java ID, and we can say that etxtrno, and then semicolon typecasting, same process. So yes, it is needed, and yes, I copy same process to second edit text. So is we can change, like here it is nm, and here is a enm. So that perfectly. And now what to do, how to pass the data? Yes, now that we can start that coding. So in between this, our object intent created, and then two parameter in between. We can start the activity. We can also pass the data, and that is a I, that is object of intent, and put extra, that is a method. You can look, that is a overloaded, and all data type is supported, like here boolean, that is byte array, character array, character sequence, that array double, so float. Yes, so many that overloaded method is there. So here there are two arguments we have to pass. First, that name means that ID. So here we can say that RNO only. And then value. So value provided by edit text. So we can say that ERNO dot get text. Yes. So get text and to string. So that data bind to put extra. So that passing to the second activity. And same, that is second putExtra. You can take any one, but so many overloaded method. So here first we can pass as an integer, but here simplicity, yes, that we can pass, yes, and here I give the nm name field, and then that value that is a, like we can say that enm dot that edit text get text, yes, that is a get text, and then two string. So that is a perfectly, and semicolon. So yes, both data pass, and now how to fetch? Yes. So second, that is sub or second, we can, so that we can Java file open and print. So here we can pass. Now next we can fetch the second activity Java file open, and here what to do? So here we can take as a two string variable. So is a like R and N, and then we can take first intent. So intent is needed I or like X I give, and then we can take as a get, that is a intent. Yes, so that is a get intent. Yes, you can look, that is also method of activity class. So get intent, so that is only reference, not object, and we can import the package content package. So error is gone. So get intent, and you can also this dot get intent. Yes, let us check. And then what to do? So here that is a string that R, yes, and X dot, that is a get uh, get string extra. Yes, get string extra. So that first main activity pass some message, and we can fetch to value. So here we can pass, you can look here, that is a R and N, that is our string, but here we can provide RNO, that is the ID of in our main activity. And then I copy and paste to that is a NM. Yes, where is a NM and RNO? So yes, I again show you. So first I print in toss class, make text, get application context, and here that is a first I give the heading. So yes, that is a roll, yeah, roll number, and concatenation of, that is a R. Then in double quote slash n, so new line and name and colon, then print as a n. So perfectly semicolon, and duration, that is a third argument of make text method of toast class, and that is a short or long, so long, and show, so that display. So yes, I hope you can understand. So where is a RNO and NM? So in our main activity Java file, we can pass that time, that is a RNO NM, that is a ID, and that is a value. So we can fetch this value using that ID in the sub act or second activity or sub activity. So here we can RNO NM, that is a here not required, like in SQLite database SQLite connection, that time we can roll number typecasting because that is in string format. So here there is just we have to print, so there is no need to typecasting. So in your mind question, the roll number is an integer, but here we can just print, that is a not store in any database table. So SQLite is a backend tool in our Android application development. So that is a lightweight version of SQL Server. So yes, SQLite we can use in the Android OS. So yes, now that our complete that coding, And we can also take one button, yes, back button in the our sub, or that is a second activity. So yes, that coding we can also done. So yes, I take as a button that we can take as short technique. Yes. So yes, what is that is yes, I remove first, and again I take the button. So now let us check. So I remove that text, yes, and here we can say that back. So we can go into main activity, and then I also change that BT and back, BT and back, and we can also directly short technique of click event. So here in XML5 we can write in on click, and that BT back, yes, that back, yes, that ID, and that is we can say that underscore on click, yes, and only just click, yes, that also possibility. So that is click event, yes. So BT back underscore click, you can perfectly, yes, I copy this name, any mistake, so that is a not working. So we can go in the back sub activity Java file, and directly, yes, here very short technique I use. So that is a not any set on click listener, directly public void and paste. So that is a view class, we can pass the argument, yes, and view package we can import. So that taking error, so perfectly now error is gone. And same intent we can again that creating object of intent like I, because here we can define as a x, so I again define as a in I intent, and that we can pass, yes. So I no any, just now here is a sub activity. So where is you have to, so here or we can place as a sub activity and this pointer, and where you have to go, so main activity, and that is a class file name. So first is a reverse order. So when we can main activity, so main activity dot this and sub activity class file, but here we can place as a, that is our source, means that is a main sub activity, and destination target, so that is a main back button. We have to define our coding, and then start activity, so that is a same, and pass to I, so that is a we can take as a back button. So only two line. So yes, here very short you can compare it, that is a click event or button back. And in main we can write as a set on, that is a anonymous type inner. So that is a looking long, and you can look here on click and view that argument. So we can also take as a view, but not write and set click listener automatic, that is register by XML file. So there is a short technique. So I revise in second time. Previous video lecture I also take this short technique. So now I think that perfectly. So let us take, that is a, we can see our data. So we can run, yes, I run in this like button, and data pass one activity, yes, save change, yes, and let us that we can wait some few minutes and taking to run our Android apps. So how to pass this session, we have to one activity to other activity, data passing in Android. So very important demo for your knowledge and learning of Android OS. So yes, now that appears, so you can look, yes, I take that button, we have to remaining, and when we can type that gray, like that is a hint. So like I press one, so that is a gone. You can look, that is hint is disappear. So that is a just only placeholder and guide to user which value we can submit in this edit text. So like I take as a RAM, so student name, that hint is gone, and we can submit. So you can look here, yes, that perfectly roll number, and that is a disappear. So what to do? So yes, you can use as a text view. So all that content I print in the TOS class, you can cut and paste in text view, set text, and that is a same roll number, then uh, plus sign and row r, that variable, then double quote concatenation slash n name and end variable. So that is the same copy and paste use. Yes, now we can back, yes, back button, that perfectly work. So yes, now we can take some this button to below, because that is a very near to our edit text. So in the main activity or XML file, and then we can take as design. So yes, that design, yes, now I think, but that is a linking. Now what to do? Yes, I take, yes, now that, otherwise, yes, now I remove, is separate. So yes, perfectly. So all is well. Yes, now let us check run last time. So that is a data passing one activity to another activity in Android. How to pass the data? Yes, let us check. So again I run. Yes, that is a typecasting problem. So yes, that button is linking. Yes, let us check that what is the error. So recently we can run our apps, but now taking error. So you can look null pointer exception. So yes, that is a caused by, yes, here which error? Yes, cast exception, typecasting error. Button is not typecasting in edit text, so that is a linking. So only one time in there is a linear layout, there is no error, but that is a relatively layout. So what is a solution? So yes, again I control Z. So let us check. So when we can change, yes, now I think that button is center. Yes, so you can look. So again I can save, yes, and run. So that error is gone. And if you mean separate the link, yes, we can also in the design code, yes, that is also possibility. So let us that first run perfectly or not, then we can change. So yes, wait some time. So yes, that is taking process. Yes, there is no any error. So look, there is a very simple, means we can remove our error, any error, don't worry. So you can very that is some typecasting issue. Yes, that submit, you can look that perfectly. We can change our data and back button, so that is also perfectly work. So you can now take some layout like color, drawable color, so that is back and front color, text color, background color. So all I video lecture take in my previous. And now what to? So here we can change. Yes, so that button can take, yes, like below, not linking to anyone. Otherwise, that taking typecasting issue. So what is a, so yes, you can look here, button not concatenation. If any concatenation, you can look this XML file. That is a main activity, activity underscore main, that is XML file. So here that is a edit text, not holding any button ID. So that is perfectly. And then second, our edit text box, no any ID of button. So if any linking, you can select that line and delete. Yes, that is also possibility. So that is a second way if any linking between two controls. So here, why that typecasting error is appear? So here that is a relatively layout. So that is a grouping control is concatenation to other group. So that taking as a typecasting error. So that is a very easy solution. So we can separate the link or select that line and delete. So that separate, or otherwise you can change in graphics layout and take that appropriate position of that control. So I hope that is a finish. Yes, so we can change. Yes, here very important session. So that is a perfectly and hint property and very coding. You can look. Yes, I just revise. So in main activity, we can take, yes, a button and to edit text reference. Then all we can find the r.java ID set on click listener intent, and on click event intent we can take that object, and first is a which you have to first, where you have to, and where you have to move. So that is a source to destination, and here is a this means pointer and class file, here bytecode file, second argument of constructor of intent class. And then putExtra, so that is a two argument in that method. So first is the id and second is your value, and then start. So in between that you have to pass. So not is a below in the after starting and not before. In between you can place the putExtra. So then and then your data is passed one activity to other activity. Yes. And how to fetch in the sub activity, or that is a child. So yes, that is a very easy. Here only reference, not object. Get intent. Yes, get intent give the reference of x and x dot get string extra. So here you can pass id and that giving the value in string. So get extra return data type is string. So we can take as a handler two string variable r and n, and then we can pass in the toss. And I previously told you can also copy this line to here and text you set text and copy and paste. So you can also ping in the text you to your output in Android. So yes, regarding how to pass one activity to another activity data in Android, any question, so you can write in comment section. I give the definitely to answer you. And subscribe my channel Ashok C Jalaikane. Press the bell icon to never miss any update. And thanks for your watching, supporting, and sharing my video lecture. And Hare Krishna.